Oh my god. No, my lab. My lab is gone. No. Wait, how am I supposed to get any stone? Oh no, what? No! I threw out my ammo. Yep, my crusher is gone and I cannot build a new crusher. Don't ask me how this happened, but somehow my spaceship crashed into this tiny space platform here. Let's look at the space map. Nope, there we are, stranded in space. Nothing anywhere close to us. So the question is it possible to escape this situation? And the answer is pretty obviously no. None of this stuff we can even build here. We don't have any technology. I decided we're gonna start close to Vulcanus orbit, which means there's asteroids, but since 2.1 these asteroids are absolutely powerful. They don't even slow down anymore and would just destroy our platform. So the question is, what are the smallest changes we need to make so it's possible to actually win like this? I haven't really finished the mod. I'll update it as we find problems. Firstly, I added that real asteroids will only start spawning after 15 minutes, and then only small asteroids, and after 30 minutes the full load. And secondly, we started with a few useful items: one asteroid collector, one assembling machine, one crusher, a few furnaces, and 2 solar panels. And let's get started. With only one asteroid collector, we have to be a bit careful where we put it. Nom 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 nom. I just collect those. We don't have any inserters, so I'm just gonna load them manually. Now also, the default asteroid crushing, it only gives us iron. So I added a technology, advanced asteroid crushing. We need this right at the start. So advanced asteroid crushing, perfect. Now we can switch to this. Since there's no coal, we're gonna use carbon as a fuel source. Oh, also I forgot, when you deconstruct this, it actually deletes the chunk. And I'm gonna forget that a ton and lose a ton of resources that way. And we want to start smelting some stuff. Let's put a couple of furnaces, put some carbon, iron, and here we also put some carbon and copper. Get some smelting going. So the first thing we want to build, I think, is another one of these collectors, or maybe 2. So we don't have to keep moving it around. I swapped the recipe of the asteroid collector and the electric mining drill, because otherwise this thing is impossible to build at this stage. It needs like advanced circuits and stuff. So it only costs iron plates, gears, and electronic circuit. Let's take our one assembling machine. This is going to be similar to a lazy bastard run, where you're also not allowed to construct anything yourself. I'm hoping these 2 solar panels will be enough until we can build more solar panels. Since we're in space, we don't have night, which is great. And also something that's actually great is we don't need to build an electric network, because it's all connected. So right now, we're kind of in a rush to build the first turret. In 50 minutes? Okay, that's probably not gonna work out. Well, we'll see. Let's build a lab. Oh no, 50 minutes are over. Okay, small asteroids are spawning. Let's see if we can get this done. Don't have enough gears. Gears. Come on, give me gears. Okay, and lab. Perfect. Okay, we have a lab. So let's go gun turrets. Where's the small asteroids? Oh, there's one. Oh no, that's not good. Can I protect myself with more platforms? I really don't want to lose my solar panel. Go. Oh my god. No, my lab. My lab is gone. No. Do I have enough science specs? No, I also lost some science specs. Ah, fuck, I lost all my science specs. Come on, I really need this stupid turret. So then we need a assembly machine to make ammo. Well, first we need to build the turret. What does the turret need? Iron, copper, gears. Okay, I can do that. Okay, I might have to destruct this. Oh, okay, just pass by. Oh no, what? No! I threw out my ammo. No! My ammo! That was my only hope. Okay. Okay, we can still do this. Let's go. Let's rebuild this. No, stop with the throwing out. Where's my crusher? Yep, my crusher is gone and I cannot build a new crusher. Well, that's it. We lost. Restart. So, I'm back. I moved the asteroids back to 20 minutes. Maybe a bit optimistic? With a little more experience and 5 more minutes, it went a lot smoother. I immediately focused everything on defense by researching gun turrets first and then putting everything into ammo production. I got further, but... Yep, this is still too difficult. Or impossible. I don't think this is possible. Because I'm not producing enough ammo. With 2 furnaces smelting basically all the time. Normally when you reach space you already have a couple of damage upgrades, because at that point they're basically free. But I didn't have any, and I couldn't afford them. Now the metallic medium asteroids, they do return more iron than you need to destroy them. But of course the carbonic and the oxide asteroids don't return any metal. Now thankfully the orbit that I've chosen actually has a lot more metallic asteroids than the other kinds. So theoretically it's possible, but it needs a really good setup. I'm gonna increase the timer a lot. I still want to be in Vulcanus orbit, but I'm gonna give me a lot of time to set up before they actually start raining down on me. So here we are again. I've increased the timer for asteroids to 60 minutes, which hopefully gives me enough time to get a proper setup going. With enough time, I was finally able to build instead of just panicking. I automated the collection and the crushing and set up a simple red science build. But then that showed the next problem, power. We're really low on electricity now. Yeah, that's not good. Crushers especially. Really just the crushers, they need all the electricity. Wow. Is it worth it to add a steam engine? I do have a shit ton of carbon. I don't have any oxide because I'm not collecting those. I think I'm just gonna wait out the solar panel. And another problem, the space platform foundations. The normal recipe kind of assumes that you have a whole planet feeding your platform, but of course we don't have that. One patch the size of an assembly machine costs around 200 steel or 1000 iron. I tried it for a bit, but it would have taken hours of dumb waiting. So I changed the recipe to produce 6 platforms instead of 1 for the same price. That way it's still difficult, but not impossible. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is create a iron smelting column. That's kind of the highest priority. I'm just gonna design that outside here somewhere. So I need 22 belts, 48 foundations. In case you hadn't noticed, I have no stone at all. So how am I going to make any more ovens? I looked through all the recipes, and before the rocket silo, you really only need stone for furnaces. You really don't need much stone though, so I think introducing a whole new asteroid type would be a bit of a waste. Makes more sense to have it as a byproduct of one of the other types. An advanced recipe for carbonic crushing that gives us stone? Yeah, let's do that. So, I am back. I have added a carbonic asteroid stone crushing recipe, and I'm going to research that now because we need it. With the stone I could make bricks for steel furnaces, and then enough iron throughput for the platform foundations, which in turn meant I could create a kind of reliable science production. Finally, it started to look a bit like a factory. Again, my main limit became power. Okay, I think it would have been smart to use steam power for a bit, but I'm not gonna do that now. I'm already too deep in the sunken cost. I'm gonna keep researching the solar energy. The 2 solar panels I had from the start weren't enough to keep doing crushing and production at the same time. So I had to keep switching back and forth and seeing what was missing, changing the recipes, and so on. Okay. We are about to finish the solar power research. There we go. Yay, first solar panel. With enough power, I could finally focus on defense. I don't think we can afford walls. Yeah, they take too much stone. We're not getting that much stone. If we were to surround our whole thing, how much walls would that be? Let's try a ghost wall. How much walls is that? 150. And how much stone does one wall need? 5. So that's 750 stone bricks. That's 1,500 stone. Nope, that's far too much. That's never gonna work. So we're gonna have to use pipes. Should we use pipes? 1 iron, 30% impact resistance, 100 health. Might be worth it actually. How much health does one platform have? 50 health. And it's so expensive. Yeah, okay. Let's build a pipe wall. Who am I? Michael Hendricks. These are cheaper than everything else in our base, so this I think is worth it. I wonder if these 2 turrets are going to be enough though. I mean, they cover the whole base, but only barely. Uh-oh, small asteroids can now spawn. Let's see if this works. Yep, there comes one. Thankfully these are only the small asteroids, not the medium ones. So we might be fine. I managed to survive the small asteroids and meanwhile finished the first pipe ring and also built more turrets and more collectors and started preparing for the real test. Oh boy, okay, so the asteroid spawning has just been reset. So now the asteroids are spawning as they do in Vulcanus orbit, and we have only a single damage upgrade, but we do have pipe walls. Medium asteroids have 3 times the health of the small ones, and they split into 3 each. When the normal Vulcanus spawning started, my ammo resources started dwindling. Oh shit, I'm losing bullets. No, I'm losing more bullets than I'm making. I stopped the steel production and expanding my base, and instead I put every single iron plate into more furnaces and a second ammo assembler. My ammo reserves dipped dangerously low, but then recovered and finally started trending upwards. Let's check the stats. So, bullets. Yeah, actually, I think we should be fine. Okay, so I think the platform is pretty stable now. We should be creating a bit more bullets than we're consuming. Barely, but still. So we can start planning for the future. And that's it for now. Now I just have to build a factory. By the way, do you see any oil here? Wait, where am I gonna place my pump jacks? Oh no! So in the end I actually only had the small asteroids come in after 3 hours and the normal ones after another hour. Maybe you can do it faster? If you want to try this yourself, you can get the mod from the mod portal. It might not actually be possible to finish it because I haven't planned ahead that far. Link in the description, and subscribe if you want to see it finished. Bye bye!